Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website right here called ShiftSmart, and maybe you're wondering, can you really make money with this website? Is it legit? How much money can you really make? Is it a good use of your time, right? Let's check it out. Now, at any time, if you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, click the link below and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I've reviewed literally hundreds of different opportunities online to make money. Some of them really good, some of them so-so. A lot of them, though, are a big waste of time. So let's check out ShiftSmart to find out whether this is a good way for you to generate income online, or maybe there are better ways out there, all right? Now, ShiftSmart is basically a massive website that works with mystery shoppers and helps clients to find out what the shopping experiences are like. So for example, Subway, Google, UPS, 10, Airspace. So a lot of really big companies use them, right? But if you're a regular person like you and me, depending on where you live in the world, you can actually become a mystery shopper with them and get paid, right? So it's pretty cool. So all you do is you come here to find work, click on that, and then it will lead you to their featured work opportunities. And there's a few things you can do. You can become a store assistant, a retail auditor, where you fill out surveys about retail experiences. Okay, and this is really the main one right here, retail auditor. You can be a survey caller, conduct phone surveys from home, and you can also be a tech product tester, test new products before they launch. This is only available in selected countries: Canada, US, UK, Italy, and Australia, right? So unfortunately, if you're not in one of these countries, then you can't really be a product tester. But what you can do is you can become a survey caller and a retail auditor, which is pretty cool, all right? So what you would do is you would basically download the app, all right? Submit your job or gig application, right? Complete the onboarding process, choose your shifts, build your schedule, start earning, and they pay you in days and not weeks. And we'll talk about how much they actually pay out and things like that, all right? So all you need to do is come down here, all right? Make sure you download the app. And once you download the app, you can actually sign up, all right? So if we click on here, this would be, an application for an audit, all right? And you can see right here, you can earn between 30 and 35 euros per audit, which is actually really good, okay? So how does this work? Now, once you download the app, it really depends on the country that you live in, and that's what you have to understand about ShiftSmart, right? So if you live in a market where they are more prevalent, okay, so if you're in the US, if you're in the UK, if you're in big countries in Europe, you might get more jobs than, say, if you lived in somewhere in Asia or a small little country, all right, in the French Polynesia, for example. So it really depends on where you live, okay? So download the app, and then on the app, they're gonna have like a map function where you can have a look at your specific local area. Depending on if you live in an urban area or if you live in a rural area, you'll basically find all the different partners that they're working with, all the retail partners, to see what kind of jobs are available. And you might find that you have a lot of jobs available, or you might find that there are not that many jobs available, all right? So it really depends on your luck on where you live. Now, once you've actually got the app out, you can basically see which jobs are available, and you can click on the jobs and you can apply for them and go after them, essentially, okay? Now, if you actually do it successfully, you can visit the local retailers, complete surveys at your own schedule based on that specific retail job. And essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to become a retail shopper. So you would go into a store and it will ask you to do specific things, probably speak to one of their customer service staff, ask different questions, because the whole idea here is these companies are hiring ShiftSmart to basically do some homework and do some mystery shopping on how good the customer experience is of an average shopper. So at no time should you be revealing that you work for ShiftSmart. That's really important, okay? So this is an anonymous shopping, and they want to see what their general experience is like of the average shopper, okay? Now, once you complete that audit, you would basically fill out the survey form on the app, and then you would complete the job. If everything goes through, it checks out, they will basically be paying you 30 to 35 euros per job, which is pretty good, all right? It's actually a pretty good payout. I've reviewed quite a few mystery shopping websites, and 30 to 35 euros, and you can calculate that for dollars if you're based in the US. That is basically pretty, I would say, pretty decent. Okay, some pay a little bit higher, but for a mystery shopping experience where you actually go to the retail outlet, it's not bad, okay? Now, here's the thing that I would say about becoming a retail auditor and doing mystery shopping. Unfortunately, depending on where you are, will depend on how many jobs you have available. So if you live in a very densely populated area like London or in New York, right, you might get a lot more opportunities. But if you're somewhere where it's a little bit more rural or it's not so densely populated, you're not going to have that many jobs available. The other thing that you have to understand is sometimes you have to travel quite far to actually get that experience, okay, or pick up that job, because they only work with select group of retailers, right? So if you have to jump on a bus, or you have to jump in a taxi, maybe you have to grab an Uber, it might cost you quite a little bit to get to that location before you actually do the job. So you have to calculate your time, the amount it costs for gas, or maybe public transport, right? So it might take you 2 hours in total to get there, do the job, and then get back home, and then you only get, you know, paid 30 to 35 euros, and then you might realize that you spent maybe 15 or 20 euros to actually do that particular job. So you have to weigh it out, okay? Now, I think the best strategy to do this successfully is to only do a gig if it's in your area and if it's really close by, all right? So if you're already out and about in town, and you pull out your app, and on the map it's like, oh, you know, 2 blocks down that way there is a job that you can pick up, apply for the job, walk 2 blocks, do the job, and then, you know, make the 30 to 35 euros. That is a much more strategic and good way for you to do something like this, rather than doing it from home and then, you know, traveling all over town just to pick up these jobs. It may not be worth the time and the effort. So it just really depends on where you live. But that's how I would probably do it. And they pay out directly through Stripe, okay, directly to your bank account, which is a great way. So what do I think of ShiftSmart overall? I think that it's a pretty cool way to earn a little bit of, you know, extra bonus money. It really does depend on your luck. It depends on the day. It depends on where you live in the world. If you live in a very, you know, densely populated area where ShiftSmart has a lot of retailers and clients, it might be a good way to pick up some jobs. If you live in a part of the world where you don't really have access to that many jobs, then unfortunately you're not going to really earn that much money. Now, this is extra bonus money, I would say. You're not going to be able to replace your full-time income with this, right? But it's definitely a cool and legit way. You know, they've got over 1 million workers working for them, 1 million mystery shoppers around the world. So that's pretty cool. So they're definitely legit. It's definitely something that you could add to your portfolio if you're interested in becoming a mystery shopper. But please remember that this is bonus income. It's not going to be, you know, retirement income, travel the world income. It's not going to replace your full-time income, but definitely a cool way to earn some additional money on the side when you have some time, depending on where you live in the world. So if you want to check it out, shiftsmart.com/workers. You can check it out there, all right? Now, if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to make big money online. Now, on this channel, I've reviewed hundreds of different strategies. Some of them are really good, some of them so-so. A lot of them, though, are a big waste of time. But out of all the good ones, I've distilled it into one strategy that I think an average person, a beginner, someone with no tech experience, never made money online before, has the best chance of going from zero to their first $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And if you would like to check out that strategy, just click the link below and I'll share with you a free masterclass that goes through the strategy step by step. You can check it out if you would like, all right? I hope you enjoyed this review of ShiftSmart. All the best to you, and I hope to see you on another video review. Take care.